Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and you are moving ahead with firm determination on the path of research and innovation. It's very important that when you're starting any journey, you need to have firm determination that you're going to reach the end. You have to have the firm determination that you will achieve what you want to achieve. So the first step is having the strong desire and determination to do so. So that is very, very important for all research scholars, and not just for research. In fact, it is important for anywhere in your life that you need to have the desire and firm determination to move ahead. Now, keeping this in mind, when you are doing research in English literature, it is very important that you need to know about the research methodology. Nowadays, in many universities, they make it imperative and mandatory that research methodology should be a chapter in the thesis. In which you will be presenting to the university. Now, this chapter of research methodology in general includes what you already know about research and you should be knowing. So the most important aspects of research methodology are two terms: primary data and secondary data. So you should be very, very clear that what do you mean by primary data and secondary data, and what is the primary data of your thesis. And in fact, right at the beginning, at the onset of your research work, when you're writing your synopsis, when you're giving your research proposal, from that moment onwards you should be clear what is your primary data and what is your secondary data. So let's try to understand these two terms. So we are talking about primary data. Now, what is primary data? Specifically related to research in English literature. So primary data is the main books on which you are basing your thesis. So whether you are taking up any theory or you are taking up any exploring any post-colonial literature or British literature, American literature, any kind of topic you have taken up, you need to have the base of the books, and those books, which 4 to 5 books of drama, of novels, or poetry, which you will be analyzing or doing research upon, these books are called the primary data. So right from the beginning, when you're doing your synopsis, research proposal, or your thesis, you should be very clear that which are the books which I'm going to make the basis for my PhD in English literature. Then interview of the writer. This is also a part of your primary data. If the writer on whom you're doing the research is alive, so you can take their telephonic interview, or you can go and personally meet them and record that interview, and that interview will become a part of your thesis, and that will become a part of your primary data. If you're doing a questionnaire based thesis, a survey based thesis, then you have to prepare a questionnaire. That is coming into basically interdisciplinary research. So you have to prepare a questionnaire, then go to people, take their answers, then analyze the results with the help of statistics. So that time questionnaire is your primary data. But this is again interdisciplinary research. This is not purely research of English literature. When it is research purely of English literature, then your primary data are always the books which you are going to make the basis when you're doing your research. So always remember, primary data should be very clear to you, and what is the primary data of your thesis, which books are you taking up for your research, should be very clear in your mind. Then second thing is secondary data. So all the reference books, websites, libraries that you will be consulting, anything which you will be consulting to collect your matter, newspapers, television serials, web series, Facebook post, all these are included as per MLA volume 9. So Facebook post, Twitter handle, anything which you are using as a reference, you're quoting or you are taking hints and then writing in your own words, all will come into secondary data. So apart from those 4 to 5 books which are the main books which are part of your thesis, rest all is coming in the secondary data. So in your thesis of English literature, you should be very clear that what is your primary data, what is the major books that you will be basing on your research on those books, which are those books, which are the questionnaire, or which if you're taking an interview of the writer, then that could also be but books are most important. And then of course the secondary data, all the reference material that you will be using from internet, from newspapers, from Facebook, from Twitter, anything. So you should be very clear right from the beginning what is primary and what is secondary data. Thank you so much for watching my video.